Hello everyone and welcome back to Jasmine's Crazy Cat Tarot. And today we are looking into the location of Kenley Matheson, missing since 1992, and currently Stephen and his search party are searching. And weirdly enough, they're searching a place called the Party Spot, so I want to look a bit deeper into that and just get any info that Kenley wants us to know, and we can pass this on to the searchers who are looking, because his energy is very strong and he has been sending plenty of signs. So hopefully we can read these signs correctly. So I just want to start off with very basic questions, and I'm going to use a few different tarot decks just to see, and so everything is fair. So maybe something was or felt unfair. So Kenley Matheson, can we please tune into the energy of Kenley Matheson? Please and thank you. So Kenley Matheson, Kenley Matheson, Kenley Matheson. Give these a bit of a shuffle. Okay, so Kenley. Who did this to you? One card, the Knight of Swords. So I feel like this was someone who was bold and maybe made an offer and got rejected. What happened? Please and thank you. What happened with one card, the King of Pentacles? So someone wanted to be in control and hold something over someone else. Where are you now, Kenley? Where are you now? Is this two cards? This one wants to come. The King of Swords. So we have the Knight and the King of Swords. Two kings here and a knight that's looking the other way. Is there someone else that knows what happened? Was there two males involved? Two males that know what happened to Kenley. Background, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So this is an offer. This could be a financial offer or just an offer of love, fruitfulness, something that could grow into something even bigger. But I feel like there was some sort of dominance or power play when it comes to what happened to Kenley. Now that we've got the basics, I want to ask the tarot some specific questions for the searchers. So first off, I want to ask, are Stephen and the searchers digging in the right place? So Kenley, can we please give them an answer? Are Stephen and the searchers digging in the right place? We have the Sun. This is joy. What was this? The Three of Cups, friendship. So yeah, I feel like if this is a place where friends hung out, a spot where happiness happens. The Sun is a big ball of fire. Queen of Pentacles. This could have been a place where people united, males and females. But let's see, let's clarify. Are Stephen and the searchers looking in the right spot, Kenley? Please and thank you. We have the Queen of Cups, sensitivity. Yeah, they're saying his energy is very strong right now and you can pick up on this sensitive energy. Dreaming in reverse. Okay, the Knight of Cups. Okay, interesting. This could be a rejected love offer. The Three of Swords, heartbreak. And we also have justice. So this is balancing the scales. The pendulum swings both ways. And we have the Hanged Man. So this is surrendering. I feel like someone needs to surrender and get this weight off their shoulders. It's been dragging them down and they felt in a state of limbo since this happened. The Hanged Man. So this is inverted. This is a hanged woman. So with the Three of Swords, this is heartbreak. Someone felt someone was being unfair, and instead of making someone's dreams come true, this was making someone's nightmares a reality. So I put this here because I did mention in previous readings that someone liked hats, and that someone turned out to be Kenley, because I did watch a true crime video and this girl went really in depth with the case, and I was struck when she said how much Kenley loved hats, and that kept jumping out to me even though I've had that around for years. He brought this to my attention. Also this, which is just lying in my room for a long time, and there's an orange, a cat's head and a little twig of some sort in it. Why am I showing you? I don't know, because I haven't looked at it in the longest time. It's just kind of there gathering dust, but it brought me back to a certain book, which is an Edgar Allan Poe book, The Pit and the Pendulum. Also a resolution opened up when I opened this poetry book, so maybe this will be the last search. I feel like Kenley really wants it to be, and I'm burning up. This book is significant. I've never actually read it, but I was looking through my books and I just took this out. I've been meaning to read it, but Kenley is saying something about the pit and the pendulum. I'm going to put the synopsis here, and yeah, I'm going to continue answering these questions, but it's like I just want to get everything out. Kenley wants all the info out. He really, really wants to be found. He really wants his justice. And I really hope that we can ask the right questions in order to gain that insight, maybe, for justice. So, should they move back to the steep embankment? This is what Stephen wants to know, so let's see. Oh, and this stayed underneath. Maybe this is the answer here. The tower. Something unexpected. So the tower is falling from something. And we did get kind of like the edge, something that's at an angle, under an angle. So the steep embankment, the tower would be a no card, but the tower literally would be like a steep fall into something, into a pit. So maybe he's saying stay at the pit, but let's see, let's get a little bit more clarity. Should they move back to the embankment when it comes to the search? Please and thank you. We have the Four of Swords, rest, ease, restoration. Okay. Can I get one or two more? The Seven of Cups in reverse, desire, lust, vanity, distraction. So I think he's saying stay at the fire pit. And we have the Knight of Wands in reverse, evil-minded, cruel, bigoted, hurried, careless, discord. That's why the energy is so scattered, because something passionate happened and there was disarray, discord, a fight. My friend actually picked up a fight in the car and she knew absolutely nothing about this case. And she did pick up a fire pit too. She's very psychic, and that just confirmed that to us anyway. So the Hangman again. So with a double Hangman, this is like kind of a stalemate energy, surrender, waiting, sacrifice. So something about hanging, something an angle. If there is something hanging, a clothesline, twigs. We also have the Nine of Wands in reverse, frustrated, defensive, disaster. So yeah, something dastardly and disastardly happened, even though disastardly isn't a word. We have the Ace of Cups, tenderness, so a love offer, but also maybe a financial offer. Look, the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, new beginnings. So this is an ending instead of a new beginning. And the Seven of Swords in reverse, it's like overcoming betrayal. So someone felt betrayed, and with the Six of Pentacles in reverse, someone felt like Kenley wasn't giving to them, that he didn't hold up his side of the bargain. Yeah, and a tower moment happened. Okay, so the world, achievement, yeah. Lily pads, maybe frogs are close by, lotus flowers. I'm hearing Lotus Flower by Radiohead. Okay, so next question, the party spot. Let's ask specifically about the party spot. And Stephen said he found a beer bottle in a hole. So this seems like it's a clue. If we're playing Marco Polo, this is Kenley saying polo. follow the clues. I was getting orange and red, those colours. Okay, so Kenley, can you elaborate on the party spot? Please and thank you. Elaborate on the party spot. Control, ego. So this was power play, ego, dominance, healing in reverse. Something about a torso or a stomach, a hand over the face, the nose, and the abdomen area. So it's like his skull underneath something. And I did pick this up in my remote viewings. I think even in the pages, which I will show you at the end. But I do feel like his skull is underneath something, maybe underneath tree roots. You have to dig deep, get from the crust to the soft earth, and maybe dig in with your hand. I've gotten a lot of confirmation about someone putting their hand in somewhere, either a wall or a pit, literally in the ground. You may find a skull or parts of his spine, this kind of area here, ribs. I was also getting cracked ribs. Now my ear is ringing. We also have playfulness. And this is like a clown in the image. So they were clowning around, letting go. Something about the water and lily pads. Silence, the moon, change. So to me, this silence and change is representing Kenley's death. There could have been someone watching. There's a face in the moon. There could have been a silent witness or observer. And this represents him letting go of his energy. He couldn't heal. He could have been injured. And someone wanted to make this look like a trick. And they didn't want to reveal their whole self. Because they feel like they made a fool of themselves, or Kenley's rejection made them feel like a fool, going with the flow in reverse. So this was pushing back against the flow. This wasn't natural. Someone was angry that Kenley didn't feel the natural connection that they felt. Let's get a little bit more, as all these cards are building up. So something's building up. Stephen, I think you mentioned about a fort that was starting to be built but wasn't. And yeah, I was getting between something with a TP, some sort of roof. So let's ask the childhood oracle. These are new enough, so let's see. Breaking them in. Kenley wants to come home and hang his hat up once and for all for his resting spot. Creation, authority. Yeah, this could be the police looking for him. This could represent someone's connections with the police. Take me home to the place where I belong. Kenley, Matheson. Information on your location, destruction. So something that was unfinished. This is like a tree house, a wooden area, and it's kind of like the tree roots, the opening like that. It could be underneath. This could be the actual roots, but something about a tree being nearby. Kenley, can we please get information on your location? We have harmony. So something about green fields, flowers, a house possibly in the background. I don't know, would there be cows on a mountain? Probably not. We also have uncertainty. And we have luck. You might just get a stroke of good luck, so watch out for this, because it might catch you unawares. You might stumble across it and be shocked and really feel that achievement, because all this time and you've finally found what you're looking for, the golden opportunity. So don't let the uncertainty get the better of you. You're nearly there, is what he's saying. And look, there's a red cap there, and Kenley loves his hats and his red cap especially. I think there's actually a photo of him with a red cap. Victory. He's saying you will be victorious, even though it took a long time. You will be victorious. It's coming. So you're gonna get a catch. Keep being patient. Will someone take the bait of some sort? Okay, so let's see more questions. We'll ask more about the party spot. Let's ask... This is meant to be the real life tarot, but I've no clue what the cards are supposed to represent. I'm just going to use them as picture oracles. So tell us with the pictures, Kenley, about the party spot or what we need to know about the area. Yeah, something about a location on the map. Okay, so Kenley Matheson. Kenley Matheson. That's a lot already. So tell us what we need to know, Kenley, about the party spot, please and thank you. The magician. Does someone do magic with a K? The poster in reverse. So what's the opposite of posting? Not posting something? Keep it on the down low? Someone's been hiding? The gamer in reverse. So he's saying game over. Don't give up just yet. You're about to level up and find what you need to find with the victory. Okay, so we have the gaslight in reverse. Okay, so something where there is a bar, a metal bar, a pole of some sort, whether this is made of rock or metal, the gaslight. So someone's gaslighting didn't work. The conspiracy theorist, the landlord. Yeah, someone does dark magic. The cult in reverse. This is a rock. This is literally like the fire pit. So did something go wrong at the fire pit? This is game over again. Surprise, his brain didn't register. And he's seen through someone's mask, their deception. Delete in reverse. You're going to find something that was saved. Did someone save something for magic purposes? And this kind of just looks creepy. I feel like someone is haunted in their nightmares. Someone doesn't know who they are. The zombie in reverse. So this is coming back to life. And paperwork, a student loan. So that could be a clue. Did someone have a student loan? Was there a fight over a student loan? Is this where the Pentacles energy is coming from? Let me see. Let's get a few more of these. What do the searchers need to know? What do the searchers need to know in order to find you? The deleter. Okay, someone could have a hard drive or a disk or something. Glow. Renew. Renewed faith. Don't lose faith. The broken bed. This is giving sleeping bag. Stephen did say there was a sleeping bag, an unfinished place. So is someone's heart broken because someone rejected their advances? We do have the Amazon package in reverse. So this is something not being sent, not being delivered. Did someone not deliver something? Did someone not have the money that they owed someone else? And I do feel like maybe more than one person knows about this. He wants this deception to be uncovered. And he wants them to show themselves. Let's ask angels and ancestors. Whoa, and that jumped out. The eagle, see from a higher perspective. So look at it from a bird's eye view. I do feel like he's under, but something high up could hold clues, clothes, something like that. Kenley, what do you need to tell us about your location? Direction guardian, choose your path. Yeah, we've got an eagle twice, a lion, a cow, be stubborn, keep on looking, don't miss anything. Autumn, release the old and rest. So this is no time to rest. Okay, he wants the momentum, the energy high. Kenley, what do the searchers need to know? Whoa. Thank you. Druid, hold the space, spring, see your seeds grow. So something about seeds, rabbit holes, and plants. This looks like lavender or catnip, something wild. Druid, hold the space. A sacred space is what it's giving us. And this jumped out, the shaman, trust in higher forces. So Kenley is guiding the searchers. Trust me and trust him. This is Kenley and this is the searchers. He's trying to lead and guide the way, show you the direction, the right one. We have the Hermit, retreat and recharge. So I feel like this is someone who maybe isolated themselves from the world with the cult in reverse after this happened. It's hard for someone to live with themselves, and this is why if someone is carrying that burden, release it. Kenley needs to come home, and whoever it is, you've lived over double the life that Kenley got to live. Please give him and his family and his friends the closure, and don't keep this information to yourself. Don't keep it hidden, because by releasing it to the world, you're actually connecting to the world again, ironically. Okay, so that is a message from Kenley. He doesn't seem as angry. He seems a bit more forgiving, because he knows what happened to him came from someone else's hatred of themselves. Okay, Kenley, what do you need to tell the searchers right now where to look? Giving. So something about the birds, definitely. What do you need to tell the searchers? Neighbor in reverse. So it's like someone didn't have his back. Something about a gate, a window, a lookout point, a place where people meet and get together. Maybe it's not used anymore for this purpose. The fox. So check the foxholes. And I feel like this is a sign for Stephen. Kenley is saying, yep, that's me giving you signs. They're everywhere. Follow and trust in the higher forces. Kenley, what do you want to say? Fierce. Be fierce. And flowers are growing all around. So are trees. Whoa. And we also have solitude. This is a tent. There's trees all around. And this could be a place where people camped or did camping-like activities. We have meditation in reverse. So this is no time to stop. He's saying keep going, keep that momentum high. Okay, let's move on to the spirit animal cards. Let's see what else Kenley wants to say. We do have the peacock spirit, let it shine. And I feel like this really is Kenley. He is just such a bright and beautiful energy. Dove spirit, be peace. He wants to be at peace, and that's why he's feeling more forgiving. But he wants to be found. He is determined to be found. Stubborn as a mule. And that wants to stay. Oh, the groundhog spirit, time to let go. Let go of this grudge. This has been consuming you, eating away at your heart. Let it go. You've been living this nightmare every day. Get that weight off your chest. And he wants his family, his friends to let go of any guilt they feel. It's not your fault. Watch your words, parrot spirit. Confirmation. So maybe someone confessed. So follow that trail. But would they have moved Kenley if they kind of told with a bit of insight? Whale spirit, trust the great mystery. So yeah, follow the lead, follow the guide, and the mystery will reveal itself. Kenley, what do you want to say to the searchers? Be peace. And what else do we have? Take the lead, stag spirit. So he is happy to see movement, in his case, people taking the lead, being stubborn, being determined, and he wants you guys to keep that up. He is cheering you on from the sidelines in the spirit world. We have the koi fish spirit, there's always enough. So someone felt like Kenley wasn't giving to them, and this person is or was in a lack mindset. Swan spirit, time for a deep dive. So dig and dive deep, deeper, deeper. Through the roots, through the flowers. We also have grasshopper spirit, take a leap of faith. Otter spirit, you are never alone. So somewhere isolated and alone, even though this was a get-together spot, I do feel like it could be a more secluded space among the trees, possibly. Not so obvious wasp spirit, sometimes life stings. And the wolf spirit. Turn knowledge into wisdom in reverse. So use your wisdom, and this won't be knowledge. This is going to lead to the evidence, to Kenley, to bring him home. So be hungry like the wolf. When it comes to this knowledge, this justice, keep on diving deep. We have deeper twice. Let me show you, before we move on to the dictionary, what I got for remote viewing. Okay, so I'll show you my friend Shannon's first. So she did not hear a thing about this case. I told her to just make up the numbers. We were listening to the music. And she got evergreen, dry dirt, loose mud ground, water, waterfall, river, campsite, chairs, back garden, fight in a car, a big greyish house, white window frames. So it could be a literal window frame in a house, or it could be a lookout point, but something about a window. There's 4 trees here. There's mountains in the background. So this could be a hangout spot, a campsite of some sort. Okay, so what did I get? I was getting cross energy, Celtic cross. The highest or the lowest of the mountains. So there's 4 peaks I was getting. Something about a snake pit, a deep pit, steep slope. So I feel like there could still be something on the slope. Things could be scattered around, cracks, sideways perspective, like the hangman. Look, so it's kind of like this. This could be like the top of trees or the top of mountains, either or, crack in earth. So keep going deeper to the soft earth, opening, edge, rock in front of cave. Sorry about my handwriting. A shell, soft. I spelled that with 2 O's. I don't even be looking at what I'm writing. Add on to the house. I was trying to think, what is that? An extension? An extension of some sort? Something built? Worship? Oh, that's a song. I will put the lyrics. Worship by years and years. Dandelions could be nearby. Down a dark hole. Skull, smash, rock, kind of broken. Bones, deep within, hidden. Crawl space. So down, deeper, darker. Trees closing in, caving in. I'm hearing You Want It Darker by Leonard Cohen. That could be significant. Between a rock and a hard place. Gnarled tree roots. He could be connected literally to tree roots. His remains could have been there for 30 plus years. So he could be literally with a tree in the roots at this stage. If someone buried him in a specific way, kind of on the edge, or I don't know. Someone kept a piece of clothing or a souvenir, something about a triangle, a triple axis, whatever that is, merged with earth and rock, roots, pit, ivy, pit of a cliff or mountain, or a fire pit, as we did pick up. Oh, and now we've got 2 more cards. Confidence. So keep the confidence, keep the faith. He is going to keep on sending signs. And meditation, but I think it's still in reverse. Okay, I'm going to move these things out of the way. Do I have anything else? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was going to show you this. This is my latest one. So I heard the peacock calling, my local one. So when I was asking in my head, is it the party spot? So I feel like this could be Kenley confirming something will be found there. Drugs, hallucinogenics, a half moon, birds, trees, hole, under, roots, plants, trees, dehydrated, compression, can't breathe. I was actually losing my breath, and I just felt like something was sitting on my chest like that. Compression, far left, so maybe go to the left of the fire pit. Something about a clothesline or 2 poles, something about a line or something in between anyway. Close in a nook in a cave. I read that as hook, something about a hook. Push through to softer earth. It will open up. So when it opens up, maybe midway down, maybe dig more to the left, but it could be off to the left of the fire pit. And I am burning up something about a half moon. There could be a half moon shape, but I feel like you will stumble over or stumble upon something, like a great stroke of luck is what I'm getting. Okay, so if I forgot to put in the remote viewing findings. I will put the screenshots in here now to remind myself. And let me explain. So for some reason, this book seems to be significant. I will Google the synopsis, the plotline. I will put it in. But let's see if we can open it up to a clue. We'll try with this poetry book and then we'll do the dictionary before we go. So Kenley Matheson, can you please direct us to the right page? Give us some clues with this page when it comes to your location. Okay. A point, it appears. A prefect, observation, a dint in the ground. Something about letters, possibly large characters, lettered names. Someone was embarrassed. A novice, someone maybe wasn't used to something, perplexed. A motley crew. The name of town, river, state or empire. Puzzles, this is a game. A map. Characters. Yeah, don't pause it, it might go unnoticed. Self-evident, a point. Beneath the nose, he's saying I'm right beneath your nose, beneath the nose of the whole world, preventing any portion from perceiving it. So someone prevented Kenley's spot from being perceived. It could be covered with something. Daring, dashing, discriminating. Someone felt like maybe Kenley was discriminating against him, something about a hand. And as I was doing a remote viewing the other night, it was actually an ad that came up underneath the audio, but it was actually a guy reaching his hand into some sort of crevice. I felt like that was a sign from Kenley, something about a hand. You will find divisive or decisive evidence, something about a document. Yeah, so perceive it differently. Someone wants to prevent that. Attempting to conceal it. Yeah. Ideas. It could have been a fine morning or early hours of the morning, quite by accident. An energetic human. That's only when no one sees him. To be even with him, I complained of my weak eyes. Under the cover, so covered with something. Host. A large writing table. There could be some sort of a table of some sort. Deliberate scrutiny. Keep on looking at the length of your eyes. Brass knob. Mantelpiece. 6. Solitary letter. Something soiled and crumpled you might find across the middle. Something about the middle. Black seal. D could be significant. Anything else? Family could be significant. Feminine. Something about feminine. Radicalness. Differences. Habits. Someone has methodical habits. Something about a document, definitely. Previously arrived somewhere he'd been before. Strongly corroborative of suspicion. Who came with the intention to suspect. So, protracted someone's visit. An animated discussion. Because a certain topic came up that was a sore point, a sore spot. Okay. So, that book could be significant. Let's see. Anything else? Oh, and look, there's... I don't know what that was. So, a resolution. Someone is reliving that day. There's no resolution. Someone is carrying the baggage. I've gotten so good about not flinching at the sound of your name. So I feel like someone still carries a lot of love in their heart for Kenley and they can't move on. And he's saying you can move on by giving me justice, giving me that peace that will give you peace. Something about a B word, catch and release. So yeah, baiting. Something about bait and fishing lures. He could have been lured under a guise. Anything else? What I would tell you if I were not stubborn. So something about being stubborn. Something about love being defined, but bad examples. Right. Dictionary. Kenley. Please give the searchers insight. Anything they need to know please and thank you. Okay. I feel like these 2 pages want to come. We'll start with this one. So, look, radical. Someone has radical beliefs. Radio. Astronomy. Maybe where people look at the stars. Radioactive. Radiogram. Radius. So a straight line from center to the circumference of a circle. Shorter bone of forearm. A forearm could be found. Radium. Rakish. Disreputable. A palm tree. Maybe plants. A raft. A rag. Look, a tatter of cloth. So Marco Polo. Follow this. A ragamuffin. Something about a rag stone. A rough bluish limestone. Ragging. Is there a rag week? Something about practical joke. So a mischievous prank, especially by students. So this could have been a joke, or so he thought. Someone flew into a violent rage. A raid. An attack. An invasion of privacy, personal space. Rail. Rain. Something coloured. Check. He's saying keep on checking. Use a rake, fine-toothed comb. A random access memory. That could be significant. A ram. Be stubborn. Rally together. He wants everyone together to recover him. A rake. Take up. Rake in. So collect with some difficulty. It's not going to be easy. And someone wants to forget about this, but they can't. We have spread, branch out, subdivided. Okay, ramja, a ramp. That could be significant. 2 level surfaces, anger, rampage. Rampant, flourishing without restraint. Somewhere where the plant life, the trees go rampant. Rampart, defensive mound with a parapet. That could be significant. And ramshackle, somewhere that's rickety, tumble down and worn out. And yeah, someone's running from justice. Okay, sleeves not set into an armhole. So something about an arm, or maybe the sleeves of a top or a t-shirt. Raise the roof, something about a roof of something. And we have imago, a final state of insect, a winged one. So insects can be found here. An imbecile. Imbibe. Something about drinking something. Absorbing drugs or drink. Something was saturated with something else. Money fraud or money fund. Did someone have a student fund? Imitate. Someone either wanted to be Kenley or be with Kenley. Immaculate. Someone saw him as immaculate. We have imminent. Yeah, justice is imminent. So immaterial, immature, immeasurable, vast, incalculable, immediate. He wants to be found immediately. Immemorial, beyond living memory, very ancient. He feels like he's been there since the beginning of time, and he wants to be brought home immensely. So immerse, dip, plunge into the liquid. So you may have to immerse yourself into the muck, into the liquid. You know, you might even get liquid the more you dig. Immigrate, imminent, immobile. So we've gotten this before. I feel like something left Kenley immobile, excessive, unrestrained, immoral. He's saying someone is morally wrong and corrupt, immortal. Someone wants to be immortal, immune from dying. Immure, shut up, enclose, imprisoned. He's immured into something. Unchangeable, immutable. So somewhere where he can stay, and if it's a root, somewhere where he can stay rooted so he won't come up. Impact, imp, impale, appointed stake, impart, transmit, make known, bestow, impeach. You may have to impeach certain places. It might be hard. Impassive, without emotion. Impasse, a deadlock, a blind alley. Impartial, impossible. This place could be very hard to get to. Capable, not capable of being crossed over. He's saying you can do it. You can do it. So it's somewhere that's not easy to access. Okay, impel, urge on, force, impend, overhang, about to happen. He's saying his justice is due. It's impending, impenetrable. But this ground, this rock, this root, it could feel impenetrable. It might take a lot of work, but this is urgent. This is necessary. Imperial, imperfect, faulty, imperious. Someone was trying to dominate him. Impersonal, impervious, not allowing entry. Okay, insensitive or insensible too. Impetuous, violent, rash and hasty. Someone was impulsive, momentum. So look, a driving force. Kenley literally is the driving force behind all of this. And I'm burning up as I'm saying this. Impious, without piety, ungodly. He's saying someone is ungodly. Implant. So implanted on the body by surgery. Insert. So it's like somewhere you go into, you insert. You might put your hand in it. It might be hard to access, kind of like a tunnel, a cubby hole. But yeah, body by surgery. Implement, use your tools and complete the task. Implicate, entangle. He could be entangled with something. That's a good word. Include, hinted, unquestioning, implore. Imply, unwise, tactless. Importance, which cannot be assessed. Imponderable. Oh, so this is imponderable, but this is important. Importer, pester with troublesome demands. Impose. Impossible. Impotent. Yeah. Someone felt impotent, and I feel like this was the driving force behind what happened to Kenley. Did he make them feel impotent or rejected? Impound, confiscate, confine, enclose, impound. So they enclosed his remains somewhere, hoping that everything would outgrow and overgrow Kenley. Imprection, a curse. Does someone do curses? Does someone feel cursed? Impregnate. Okay. Impress. Impressed. Alone. Something about alone. Imprint. Imprison. Impromptu. Without preparation. So this person wasn't prepared to go to all these lengths. So you will find scattered evidence, because this person was scattered. He wants them to be imprisoned. Improve. Improvident. Wanting foresight. This person maybe wants foresight or is worried, but Kenley just wants them to do the right thing for once and for all. Insolent, bold, saucy, impudent, or improvise, compose. Someone was improvising when it comes to this murder. Criticize, challenge. So yeah, maybe Kenley either challenged this person's dominance or ego, or criticize them. An impulse, a push, a sudden inclination to act. So someone was acting on their impulse. They could have pushed Kenley very suddenly and then kind of had to clean up the mess afterwards. So what he's saying is this person wanted to do the least amount of work. Now, unless they had someone to help them, but if this is only one person who has to hide what they've done, go deeper, think in their mindset, what would they do? Where would they put it? 30 years ago, it could have looked very different, but think of all the growth that could have happened within that time, because someone is hoping that Kenley will stay buried or hidden because of all this growth, all this foliage, all this time that has passed. He or she is hoping that the truth will never be unearthed, but Kenley is determined as ever to unearth the truth and to get himself home where he belongs. So let me know down below what you think of this reading. If you have any more questions, if you have any insights, please put them below for the searchers so they can look as they are searching. Any little helps, and the help is always appreciated. And make sure to like, comment and subscribe to stay updated for all my latest readings. And I hope to see and connect with you all again in the next one. Until then, goodbye and God bless. Mwah.